I'm vlogging. It's boring. I'm Colleen. That's you, Mommy.
Hello, welcome to Tortilla Talk Tuesday. I'm at my sister's house. I love a Tortilla Talk Tuesday. I get to answer all your questions, read your comments, respond to your comments. I'm not going to edit this vlog very much, but Rich and I are doing a live stream today for SAS, for our Patreon. I'm very excited, so I'm about to go in and do that, but also TMI, get ready for it. If you don't want TMI, you better turn off the video, but definitely think I leaked on the way here, so I need to go deal with that, and I'll see you guys a little bit later. All right, you guys, you know who loves me? Miso loves me. Miso Miso does not love me. Miso, come here. Miso. What the heck? Miso's been obsessed with me this whole freaking day, and now Miso's acting like she's not obsessed with me. Miso, come here. Rude. Snoop, do you love me? No one loves me all of a sudden. Whatever. I was trying to show how much Miso loves me today, and then she
does. She cuddled you the whole
cuddled me the
live
whole
stream.
time we were doing a live stream.
I don't know if the live stream saved. They revamped it. They did an update. It's not showing up in the drafts. I'm gonna give it 20 minutes. We have the audio saved.
Yeah.
So the audio's fine because I recorded that separate.
What the heck? That's
But
so
there
weird.
wasn't any option. I'm just hoping it's just gonna give it a minute.
All right. Hello, welcome to my kitchen. It's late at night. In fact, it is 12:30 a.m. So it's actually tomorrow, and I'm making cookies. I don't even want cookies. This is just like something I do at night to calm myself down. I don't know why. I've talked about this before. I genuinely don't think I'm gonna eat any of these tonight. I just have to do it. I don't know. I don't know. It does make it. Someone explain the therapy of that. What's going on with my brain there? Okay, guys, this is gonna be a big challenge for me, but I'm gonna try my hardest to make this a legit tortilla talk where I barely edit this video at all. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. I have a hard time with that. I already am thinking about all the edits I wanna do, but I'm gonna try really hard to not edit this very much. I'm gonna try to save my shoulder because my shoulder's been hurting, and I just don't wanna spend too much time in front of the computer this week because it's back to school week and I really wanna focus on the kids. So that's my plan, but I do wanna answer some of your questions, so let's get to it. Before I pick up my phone, because my phone is currently my light source, so I wanna try to answer questions without my phone that I can remember. And one that I remember seeing quite a lot, one of the questions or comments I saw, people were asking about my shakiness, my shaky hands. Like, some people are like, what the F is wrong with you? Like, why are you shaking so much? And some people are like really nice and we're trying to be sweet about it. They're like, hey, your hands are really shaky. Are you okay? So I've talked about this a long time ago. I don't think I've addressed it recently, but I am a shaky person. It runs in my family, actually. Like, my dad is super, super shaky, and so is my oldest brother, which was hard for him because he used to, well, I guess he still is, a magician. And when he would do magic tricks, like up close at events and whatever, he would be like shaking as he was like doing card tricks sometimes, and it looked like he was nervous, and he wasn't. And so we all have that. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I'm sure there's some medical reasoning behind it, and I have talked to my doctors about it. I don't know. I don't know why I shake, but I do know that it does get worse when I'm anxious or super stressed out. So maybe, I don't know, maybe it has something to do with anxiety. I'm just a shaky gal, and I always have been. And I remember in college and after college, like before Miranda shows and stuff, if I had friends backstage or like producers or whatever, they'd be like, oh my gosh, are you nervous? Because I'd pick up like a water bottle to drink it, and I'd be like shaking, and they'd be like, oh my God, you're so nervous. I'm like, no, I'm just, this is my natural state of being. I'm a chihuahua. Another question or comment I saw a lot was people were like, hello, why aren't you talking about Taylor Swift? Like, what the heck is wrong with you? I know, okay, I thought about talking about it in my vlogs last week, but I was on my trip last week. I was on my trip when she announced that she was coming out with another album. And I didn't want to like make the whole vlog about that, because the vlogs were about like, you know, our trip as a family, and it was like Flynn's special time. Like, he got to meet a cuttlefish finally, and I didn't want to like take time away from what those vlogs were to me, like, and what they were meant to be for me, and like talk about that, because I know that I can be long-winded, and I didn't want to waste, not waste, that's not the right word. I just didn't feel like it made sense to gush about Taylor Swift in a vlog where it's like, my son's dreams are finally coming true. He gets to meet a cuttlefish and he's like so smart and talking about all these creatures. And I'm like, by the way, Taylor Swift. It just didn't feel like the right vibe. But trust me, I'm excited. I'm so excited. I am a Swiftie. I'm a Freakazoid Swiftie to the maximum. I know I'm a newer Swiftie. I only became a Swiftie when she came out with the Midnights album. But I love Taylor Swift. Midnights is my favorite album. But Tortured Post Apartment I think is brilliant. I love it. And I'm really excited for this new album. But I'm also, like, if I'm being honest, you guys, it's a shame I'm not editing this because I feel like whatever I'm about to say, I would probably edit out if I was editing this a lot. I'm nervous. It's only 12 songs, which means she says she's focusing on quality over quantity. But that implies that her last albums, she focused more on quantity instead of quality. And I don't agree because I think her most recent stuff has been like some of the best stuff she's ever done. Like, I really love Tortured Post Apartment. I do think that there's a couple songs that, like, I skip, but they're other people's favorite songs ever. So, like, I don't know. I know it was a lot of songs. Like, she came out with like 30,000 songs on her last album, but so I'm excited to hear these songs. Also, she's saying that they're like upbeat and fun, and that's so awesome, and I'm so excited. But like, I didn't become like a full-blown Swiftie until her music changed from like that super girly pop, fun, great pop music, and she switched from that to her like folklore, Evermore. I wasn't into her yet, but it's just because I didn't know. And then I got obsessed with Midnights and then went back, and now folklore and Evermore are my second favorite, right behind Midnights. So that's the kind of stuff that I like best from her. So I'm hoping this is a good mix of like really fun, upbeat, pop, dance the night away, blast music, but also with the like genius, poetic, Shakespearean level. I know I'll get crucified for saying that probably, but like, I think she's a brilliant lyricist and like a poet. And so I hope that she still gets to have that side of her music writing while still making the pop hits that can be #1 on the charts and everyone plays in the dance clubs. Like, I want that for her too. But that's what I'm like, and it's only 12 songs. Like, I know everyone hated on her for doing like 30,000 songs in the last album, but like, I liked it. I was like, give me more. I would take more if she gave it to me. Like, I loved that. So, and the Midnights album, like how there's, I don't know, I love all the like additional tracks that she'd been, all the vault tracks, and it's so good. And so I'm sad that it's only 12 songs. I'm like, that's so short. But I also think it's smart. She's listening to criticisms and people are saying the last album was too long and not enough upbeat stuff, whatever. But see, I'm talking about it way too much and for too long. So this is why I didn't want to talk about it on the trip, because it just, I could keep going, but I won't. I will go on to the next comment. But first I'm gonna put these in the oven. Okay, Shauna said, this was the top comment on one of my recent vlogs, but it said, isn't Flynn named after his grandfather that was a sailor? It's wild that he's so obsessed with the sea. I was just talking about this with Flynn today. That's so funny that you commented that. Yeah, so he was named after Eric, because Eric's middle name is Flynn. But that name has been passed down for many generations. I think it's Flynn's great-great-great-great-grandfather. It's either 4 or 5 greats. That's where the name Flynn started, and it got passed down over the generations, and so we wanted to pass it down. And I do think that's fascinating, but what else is interesting to me, and this is what I was talking about with Flynn today, is that the other names that we wanted to name him were Sailor and Forest. And I think that's so funny because both of those names fit him so well. Flynn is Flynn, like Flynn's best name for him, like that's it. But Sailor is so interesting because he does love the ocean, and he's obsessed with the ocean. And so I do think it's cool that like that genetically was passed down to him. Someone who lived on a boat the majority of his life was his ancestor, and now it got passed down to him. But also the fact that he loves the ocean. But then Forest too, like his 2 favorite things are being outside in the woods or in the forest. Not that we have a forest near us, but like in the woods, in the trees, like looking for bugs, and in the ocean. So those are the 2 names I really loved and was really close to naming him. But Flynn was just like, it was a family name that we wanted passed down, and we loved that name, and it's perfect. Flynn is so Flynn. Okay, I have to take away my lighting to read some comments, but I got so many comments. Oh my gosh, I forgot to set the timer. No, hold on. Oh, dang it. When did I put those in? How long ago was that? I don't know. Okay, anyway. I'm a mess. I got so many comments about how Flynn is so smart, because he is so smart. But when we went to the aquarium and also the like rainforest thing, that Science Academy thing, he knew what so many of the creatures were, and not only knew what they were called, but also knew like interesting facts about the different creatures. So I got a lot of comments about that, so I'm gonna read a couple. DRMTTJ said, I know that you must have addressed this a million times, but where does Flynn get all his knowledge about the sea creatures? At his young age, is he reading all of this or listening to videos? He absolutely amazes me. I love his excitement. I am 76 years old and was born and raised with a stone's throw of the Atlanta, Georgia, but have never heard of some of these fish. Flynn needs his own channel. I learned so much from listening to him. I was born and raised in California, and I've never heard of the majority of the fish that he knows about. I'm gonna read another comment. Pancake says, strategic talk question, where does Flynn learn about all these bugs and sea creatures? From books, the internet, videos? Does he do his research on his own with Eric? He's so knowledgeable about all these creatures, and I'm amazed. You always ask him questions about the animals, and I can't tell if you also know about them, but you're just letting him talk about his stuff, or if he genuinely does know everything about these animals and he teaches you. So there's multiple answers to this question. He learns from everything. I think the biggest thing is his brain is a sponge, and most kids are like this, but his brain, like, he doesn't just absorb information, he really locks it in. And it's interesting hearing him talk about his brain, because he says, he told us like a year ago-ish, he was like, Mom and Dad, like, I have a phone in my brain, I think. And we're like, what? And we didn't know what he meant by that until he explained it further, but how he looks at pictures or videos oftentimes is on Eric's or my phone. And so he said, when I close my eyes, I can see the pictures of the things I want to remember. And I just thought, oh, he's just talking about a memory, like, and he's describing a memory like a phone, because that's where he sees memories, you know, that's what I thought. But then he explained, like, you can ask him a question, if he doesn't know the answer, he goes, oh, hold on. And he closes his eyes, and he says that he like sorts through pictures and videos of his life in his brain, or of things that he's seen or heard about, and he can like find, it's like, my brain doesn't work like that. Like, I think that's fascinating. So I think he's just got a really amazing brain, but also he loves watching informational videos about animals. So when you tell a kid, like, you can watch whatever you want, like if we tell the twins, Maisie's gonna watch, she's gonna wanna watch something like Gabby's Dollhouse, or she's gonna wanna watch Vita the Vet, you know, kid cartoon, fun stuff. Wesley's gonna wanna watch monster truck videos. Flynn likes those videos too, but if he got to pick what video he's gonna watch, he'd wanna watch like 10 amazing facts about katydids, or like interesting things you didn't know about a very specific type of creature. It's always something very specific. Like, he wants to watch about this specific type of snake or gecko or insect, a praying mantis, or like today he made me look up some bizarre, unique insect that I had never heard of. It was some sort of a praying mantis, and he wanted to know if there was a toy of this one specific, very random praying mantis, and then he wanted me to look up facts about it. And so I Googled the facts, like interesting facts about this. I think it was a Malaysian praying something praying mantis. I don't know. See, I don't even remember, and I looked it up. So that's number one, is you were like, do you know the answers and you're just not, you're pretending like you don't. No, I look it up with him. I'm the one who reads it to him most of the time, but it just doesn't stick in my brain. I don't have a brain like his. So there's that. But like yesterday or a couple days ago, he wanted me to look up facts about the katydid and listen to the different sounds that the katydid can make. And he can imitate the sounds of like crickets and katydids. Like, he can make his voice sound like, it's crazy. But he remembers the stuff. It's so wild. So yes, he likes to watch YouTube videos and documentaries, and like the Netflix documentaries, that there's one called like Ocean, I think, or something. It's great. So he loves watching that stuff, but any sort of YouTube videos or TikToks or Instagram that are like interesting facts you didn't know about a kelp crab, like, he's seen it. He's seen all of them. He's seen all of those interesting facts about blah, blah, blah. The 10 top most poisonous spiders in the world, like top 10 weirdest creatures in the deep sea. Like, he's seen literally all of those, and he remembers all the information about them. So yeah, that's how he learns it, from watching videos, reading, but he loves books on it. He has us read him books. But oftentimes, I feel like most of the information he has, this is a very long-winded answer, but most of the information he has, I think he gets from telling us, me or Eric or my mom or whoever he's with, honestly. He'll say like, I wonder if this is the largest insect, or I wonder what this kind of creature eats. Can you look it up? Look it up. And he won't let it go. I'll be like, sometimes he'll ask me to look something up and I'll be like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. He's like, no, look it up. Look it up right now. Can you read it to me? Look it up right now. So like, he needs to know when he has a question in his mind about something, he wants to know the answer right away. So, yeah, that's how he knows it all. He just has a crazy brain that remembers everything, and he's so interested in it. Whereas I think most kids and most people in general see a creature and just go like, oh, that's cool. Like, he's like, I wonder how that eats. I wonder if that's a male or a female and how to tell the difference. I wonder how long this thing lives. Like, he wants to know, where does it live in the world? What's its natural habitat? Like, he thinks these things when he sees creatures. Whereas I think most people go, oh, like, that's pretty. That's cool. That's spooky looking. Like, he has all these additional questions and he needs to know the answer. That was such a long-winded answer to your question, but that is how he knows so much. He's just a smarty pants and he loves that stuff. All right, Erwin, I think is your name. Your family is awesome. You should put on sunglasses. Where is that place that looks cool? Okay, so I think this is talking about my trip I was just on. We were in Santa Cruz, San Francisco, and like in that general area for our trip. You should put on sunglasses. I've talked about this before. I don't like sunglasses. And no, I will not put on sunglasses. I hate them. I think they look really cool on people. I wish that I could wear them because I think they probably make me look cooler, but I feel like I can't see anything when I'm wearing sunglasses. In fact, I'm supposed to be wearing glasses, like real glasses, but I lost them and they were expensive and I don't want to buy other ones. And I can see fine, but like my vision's getting worse and I probably should get new glasses. But I feel like even though I can see more clearly, I feel like my view is obstructed. Like just having things around my eyeballs, I feel like it's messing with my peripheral vision. I don't like it. Sunglasses, I feel blind. I feel like I can't see. I feel claustrophobic in sunglasses. I don't wear sunglasses. It's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. I loved this comment and I can't wait to read it to Flynn in the morning. Lynn's the loony of London. Okay. Slugs are amazing. This is the video where Flynn was holding banana slugs. I'm with Flynn on this. Did you know that they have more teeth than a shark? No, I didn't know that. And Flynn's gonna be so excited. I'm sure he already knows though. They have around 27,000 teeth, and that's a lot of brushing after eating. The slug slime is currently being studied to see if it could help seal cuts during operations. Slugs can be safely deterred from going somewhere by leaving clean, crushed, not to powder, but in little shards of eggshells, as it doesn't feel nice for them to slide over. Cookies. Slugs are cool. Slugs are cool. I bet you would be really good friends with Flynn because you guys talk the same way about really cool, interesting facts. He's gonna love that comment when I read it to him in the morning. And my cookies are done. Actually, are they done? They might not be done. Oh my God, I've been talking for way too long, but I really wanted to read this comment. I should go, but I'm gonna read one more. Sarah said, well, now I'm curious, what toys did Wesley bring that were too secret to show you? So in my vlog last week, I was helping Wesley get his backpack on so that we could go on our vacation. And he said he wasn't gonna tell me what was in his backpack until we got on our trip. And he never did tell me what was in his backpack, nor did he ever even open his backpack. And in fact, I think his backpack is still in the car. I think it's the only backpack that never made it back in the house after our trip. And he brought it in to our rental. They all had their backpacks with them. I just don't think he ever opened it. So I'm gonna go see if I can find it and we'll see what's in Wesley's bag. Eric's not in bed yet. He's in the podcast room watching a movie, which means that I can film the final part of my vlog in our room, which I never get to do because he's usually goes to bed before me. But I found the backpack in the car, unopened, still full, and we're going to find out what's inside. Let's take a peek. All right, so, smells like ketchup. That's very suspicious. Okay, so we have half of a helicopter toy. Okay, we have a magnetic car thing, but I don't know that there's other magnetic pieces. This is a little fire truck, and we also have a school bus and a piece of a light up learning toy thing, another magnetic car. They don't go together. There's like magnet blocks that you put on top of these cars to build things. One singular little ring that goes on like a stacking toy. That okay, so good to know where that is. A recorder. I was in the recorder choir when I was 11. A card that goes to like an audio learning thing. Another little car, an ambulance. Ooh, a gel manicure nail dryer. A fake one, unfortunately, it's not real. But I do think it makes sound. At one point it did, or did something. Did it light up? I don't know what it used to do. But in case he needs to dry his fake nails, we have 5 Duplos, piece of a train. Oh, here's that thing that the card goes into. So at least we have something that goes together. Batteries are dead, but the cards that he chose were the Scarlet Macaw, the Oriole, okay, a pencil, and a school bag. Those were the cards he chose to bring out of the like hundreds of cards that we have. Oh, there's one more card in here, a basketball and a football. A singular piece of a train track, something, you know, the ones that you put all together that these go on, but just one. That's it. We're not going to build anything on this trip. We're just going to have a singular piece. We also have the number 4 and the number 1. And that concludes the things. Oh, wait, there's one more thing in here. A pink bead. And that was the mysteries of Wesley's backpack. I'm going to pack it all back up in case he had big plans for this, even though the trip's over and he never opened it once on the entire trip. So for those of you wondering, that is what was in my 3-year-old son's backpack for our vacation. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this little tortilla talk, and leave more tortilla talk questions for me. I might do another one this week. We'll see. Just depends on how the week goes. But I love you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.